Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Kindly subscribe to my channel Plenty Tip Tutor. The topic we want to consider is indices. Let's take a look at this example. 8 over 27 all raised to power 1 over 3. So we want to simplify this. The first thing we need to do is to rewrite this 8 over 27 raised to power 1 over 3. We then rewrite it in this way as cube root 8 over 27. Having done this, we then proceed. Now we have cube root of 8 over cube root of 27. We can then solve for that. What is the cube root of 8? The cube root of 8 is 2 and the cube root of 27 is 3. So we then solve for that and we have the final answer as 2 over 3. Yeah, we have the final answer as 2 over 3. So now let's move to another example. Let's consider another example. Alright, we have another example which is 27 over 64 all raised to power 2 over 3. The exponent here is 2 over 3. We have the power as 2 over 3. So we need to simplify this. The first thing to do here again is to simplify for that 27 over 64 all raised to power 2 over 3. So what 4 is in the bracket. Then we now have the new power has 2. Okay, so we then solve for that and simplify it as we determine the cube root of 27 and cube root of 64. The cube root of 27 is 3 and the cube root of 64 is 4. So we then solve for that. Alright, we then have 3 over 4 raised to power 2. Since the cube root of 27 is 3 and the cube root of 64 is 4. So we then have the solution as 3 over 4 all raised to power 2. Then we need to solve this further. 3 raised to power 2 is 3 times 3, which is 9. 4 raised to power 2 is 4 times 4, which is 16. So the final answer then gives us 9 over 16. Ta-dum! That's the final answer. The final answer is 9 over 16. Here we go. The final answer is 9 over 16. So let's take a look at another example. Okay, we have another example which is 8 equals to x raised to power 3. To solve this question, we need to change 8 to an exponent of 3, which means we need to make this 8 on the left hand side as in form of a base raised to power of 3, just as it is on the right hand side. So on the right hand side we have x raised to power 3, but on the left hand side we have 8. So we need to change that 8 to an exponential form of a base raised to power 3. So how do you change 8 raised to a base of power 3? It's very simple. To do that, you should know that the factor 8 to the power of 3 is known as 2 raised to power 3. So which means this 8 will change to 2 raised to power 3. We have, alright, we then have both the left hand side and the right hand side as same base and exponent. So we then have 2 raised to power 3 x raised to power 3, the same power. We have the same power, so we can then equate x. So now the rule states that when an indices is of the same exponent or the same power, you can equate the base. Now we have power 3, power of 3, we have the x as the power of 3 as well. So these are the same, 3 and 3. We can now equate the base. We can equate the base. And to do that, what we need to do is to write x equals 2. So you write it as x equals 2. When the base are the same, we equate the power, and likewise when the power are the same, you equate the base. So for this question, the power are the same, we need to equate the base. So the final answer is x equals 2. Wow, x equals 2 as the final answer. Let's take a look at another example. Alright, we have another example which is 16 equals to 2 raised to power x. Don't forget, the first rule is to what? To make this in an exponential form of same base, because on the right hand side we have it as 2 raised to power 2. So the base is 2, the power is x. So we need to change the left hand side 16 as in the same base to that of the right hand side. So 16, changing 16 to a base of 2 in an exponential form, we have it as 2 raised to power 4. 2 raised to power 4 is what? 16. 2 raised to power 4 is 16. So we then simplify further and write as, alright, we then have it as 2 raised to power 4 equals to 2 raised to power x. Now take a look at this. We have same base on the left hand side, same base on the right hand side. So when the base are equal, you equate the power. When the power are the same or equal, you equate the base. So we then need to equate the power. So to solve further, we then have it as x equals to 4, because this has been simplified further to same base, which are 2 and 2. We then have our final answer as x equals to 4. Alright, so the final answer is x equals to 4. That's the solution to the question. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Plenitude Tutor.